Hey, it's Tatiana Amico. Hopefully she makes it through this, so I'm gonna try and keep it quick. But I meal prepped for the first time in a really long time because I actually fulfilled a huge goal of mine for last year, and that was to get a chef. So she has been making my meals for a really long time, and she decided that it would be a good idea to go on a cruise for 2 weeks. So I am now making my own meals for the next 2 weeks. So I had to get back into my whole, looking up what I'm gonna make, looking at my nutrition guide, because she's actually been awesome and is making my foods based on my nutrition guide too. So making a shopping list, going out, and then prepping. So I'm gonna give you some tips. I'm gonna tell you what I made, and again, I'm gonna give you some tips. Again, hopefully she makes it through this. But I wanna say that, remember, I am plant-based, which means I do not eat any animal products. And I also eat extremely simply, like super simple. Everything for the most part is very whole. The only usually for the most part, the only non-whole food is like Ezekiel bread. But if you look in the ingredients, it's good stuff. I could probably make it at home. So today what I made was, I made tempeh chili, tempeh veggie chili. It's got some beans in it. I made black bean burgers that were super easy. I prepped some lentils, I prepped some quinoa. I am still actually making some sweet potatoes, but for the most part, everything took me from start to finish, and that included cleanup like an hour and a half. And let me see, if you want all the recipes that I used, I will create a blog post. So if you want all those recipes, just let me know in the comments that you want that, and then I'll share the blog post with you. I'll try and get it up tonight, it'll be easy. And also, I just want to let you know, like, if you have any questions or anything, you can actually make comments on here. You should be able to make comments right there. So my tips, I'll give you some tips. So one is, while you're feeding your body right and making all this great food to feed your body right, you can also feed your mind right too. So do some personal development while you're prepping. I have Audible, so I listened to one of the books that I had while I was prepping. Again, keep it simple. Third tip is make things that can be used for various dishes, okay? So that's what you want to do. You want to make a bunch of stuff that can be used over and over again. You want to make a bunch of stuff that you could literally open your fridge and be like, oh, let me take this, take that, make something out of that. So I made a bunch of quinoa, which is very easy to make. And another tip with making quinoa is usually it just says to use water, but I used vegetable stock. So it just gives it like a little bit more flavor. But I can use quinoa for so many things. I can use it like for breakfast instead of oats. I can use quinoa. I can throw it in a smoothie for extra protein. Let's see, I have notes. Okay, so I can just take quinoa and maybe add some veggies to it, or add lentils and veggies. And let's see, the other thing, so I made a bunch of lentils too, a ton of lentils, and literally I just look at the instructions on the thing. Like, I don't do anything special, right? What I'm gonna do with the lentils is I have a very, very simple lentil taco recipe that I do. And so this is just the prep right now for that. And then when I'm ready to make the tacos, I'll just heat up the lentils with some salsa. That's literally my recipe. It's so easy. I get organic salsa from Wegmans, which is my local store. And I heat that up, bam. Organic taco shells, we're good to go. Add in some veggies too, and of course avocado for healthy fat, and just because avocado is fabulous, and we're good. So, but then I'll also have lentils left over again to maybe put with the quinoa and veggies, or I'm also right now prepping some sweet potato. So sometimes I'll just take sweet potato and then put lentils there and veggies. And when I say veggies, it's usually just like I get frozen and I steam it, and that's it. It's as easy as that. Or sometimes I'll just like get greens or other veggies and saute with garlic and onion. Super easy to do. So the bigger recipes that I did, I'm not even gonna pick it up because I'm scared I'll drop it, but it was a tempeh chili, which is loaded with, it's got tempeh, it has beans, which I love this. I found at Wegmans, and it's this organic chili beans. So it has pinto, black beans, and kidney beans. And the variety of beans is good because they all have their own nutritional properties. So it's good to get a variety. And I like this brand, Westbury, because it says right here that the can doesn't have BPA in it. If you want to look up what BPA is and why you don't want it, go for it. Just Google. But so I really like that. I was glad I found that today. So it's that. It's I added some red bell pepper, onion, crushed tomatoes. I like the Muir Glen brand. I got rid of the can, but it's called Muir Glen. And there also, they don't have BPA in their lining. Mini baby portobello mushrooms. And that's it. Super good for you. When I go to heat that up, I'll probably add in some super greens. So at Wegmans, I get the super greens in the container, and I'll just add that in to heat it up. Okay, so I think I got all the oh, and then super easy black bean burgers by Happy Herbivore. And again, I am going to put all of this in a blog post. If you want it, just let me know. Those are so easy. I made like, how many did I make? I made 6. Sometimes I'll make a ton and I'll freeze them. And what I do is I put them on a pan, like a baking pan. I get parchment paper and I'll put them all lined up. If I make a ton, because I have done that in the past, I'll just get another sheet of parchment paper, put it all on there, and then freeze it. And then I'll put them in a container, and literally we just grab it and heat it up like in the toaster oven. Super easy to do. And you could eat those. You could mash it up and put it on top of quinoa. You could do Ezekiel bread with it. I'm a huge fan of getting collard greens. Those are the big like elephant ear greens. Cutting out the stem part of it and then just using that as a wrap. So that's a great way of getting some greens in and not using like a wheat wrap or whatever. So I'll do that sometimes and add some hummus because hummus is amazing. So there's that. Another, big staples for the week are rolled oats for the morning. Very easy to do any kind of oatmeal. I usually add, I don't know, berries. I've been adding hemp seeds, goji berries, cacao nibs. I'm all about those lately. Something else that I have are red split lentils. These are from Trader Joe. So I really like these because they don't take long to cook at all. So I don't prep these because they don't take long. And again, those I'll do, like I'll just mix those with veggies too. Tons of protein, carbs, all kinds of stuff. Really good for you, but tons of vitamins and nutrients. Any plant foods are gonna have all kinds of different vitamins and minerals for you, so really good. And then of course some raw seeds that I put on salads. Okay, so this is just like the base. Then of course I have my salad mix to make raw salads. Of course I make a green smoothie every single day, and that's basically it. But that's my prep. I hear that Mateo is about to come up, so I should probably get off. But if you don't have a garlic press, get one. They're so great and easy. Instead of having to mince garlic, I just do that. And that's basically it. It was so easy. It literally took me like an hour to make all of this, and I'm pretty set for the week. And cleanup was super easy too. So again, I'm gonna make a blog post and I'm going to add all the recipes that I made on there. They're all super simple. All of them so simple because I don't need stress in my life. Any more stress in my life. So everything's simple. If you want the blog post, let me know. I'll give it to you. Sorry, really quick, I just saw a question. Shannon, cool, I want to look for those beans. I've only seen just pinto beans. Yeah, they had these in the can, and they also had the dry ones, but I don't have time for that right now. I used to do dry, not anymore. That's it. Well, let me see if there's any questions. Doesn't look like you guys have any questions. Again, I will put this in a blog post as soon as I can, and I hope that that helped. And again, just super simple, simple. All right, have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye.